We had a related question, a viewer from Cambridge. I'm going to look at you, Senator, who says, what is the status of the buffer strip legislation? Is there any further developments on that this session?
Well, we did kind of come to I guess you could call it an agreement in the last session. And then there's been some concern that, not related necessarily to the buffer, but to some of the mapping, that the DNR really is maybe going to go beyond what everyone agreed to was the agreement. So that very well might come up, but we do kind of have that template in place. But I haven't heard a lot more than that at this point.
Well, the Senator mentioned the agreement. Nobody knows what the agreement was because it was done in the middle of the night at the end of the session. And I think we had that discussion at the end of session last year, and I think that's the frustration. If these bills went through the normal process where there would be hearings and public testimony and debate, that would lead to a better outcome because you could go back to the public record and see what intent was. Now, I've heard of all kinds of people that have been in on this deal, that there's interest groups that say they had this deal, there's agencies that had a deal, there's people that had the deal.
And the deals don't all line up?
And the deals don't all line up. And because the deals happened in the middle of the night or they happened in a conference committee, and then the bill is presented, boom, which like I said last year, we're going to be presented with these bills, and there it is, and you vote up or down. So at the end of session, I ask questions, and you get it on the public record so that the third branch of government can look at it. My fear, not just on buffers, but we have conference committees open right now on transportation and on taxes. So we don't have to have hearings on taxes. We don't have to have hearings on transportation. You can just have a few people maybe running over to the residence with the governor, and you'll be able to tell whether there's a smile on their face or a grumpy cat face or whether there's white smoke coming out of the chimney or not. I mean, this is not the way it's supposed to be done. If we have hearings and you have the opportunity for public testimony, and that could be messy, just like the caucuses, it could be disruptive, but then you would be able to see what the intent was and what the testimony was. You can't see that on buffers because it came down and it was plopped on and people vote on it. And we did that not only, and I'm using we here, I didn't vote for that, but we as a legislature did that with so many bills. We passed that last one with a minute to go. I refused to vote on it because you can't, the public sees that and they say, what is going on here? And then 10 months later, you have legislators and interest groups and the public going, what was in that buffer bill? What was in that economic development bill? What's in the tax bill? What's in this bill or that bill? That's my fear of what we're going to do this session, that we're going to have 2 months of sound and fury, and then at the last 24 to 48 hours, here's the bill for you. Here's 200 pages. We got a couple hours. Are there any surprises in it? Who made the deal? Who was in on that deal? When was it made? Was it in the daylight? That's the conundrum we're in, and this is why you've got so much frustration on this buffer bill, because we didn't go through the process.